After a 6-month wait, the two locally born giant panda cubs make their star debut today. Financial Secretary Paul Chan reveals that the government will issue bonds to fund the development of the Northern Metropolis. And more than 60,000 residents take part in the last drill before Kai-Tak Sports Park officially opens in less than 2 weeks. Good evening, you're now watching Cable News. I'm Cheryl Yun. The city's very own giant panda cubs make their highly anticipated big debut today, attracting over 1,000 eager panda lovers to line up outside Ocean Park before it opened at 10 a.m. Evelyn Bai will tell us more.
Following a panda parade, fans flocked to the Giant Panda Adventure exhibit, grabbing the best spots to wait for and to get their first glimpse of the adorable pair. As soon as the two cubs were brought out by zookeepers, they have already stolen the spotlight. Nicknamed elder sister and little brother, the siblings were ready to play, with the sister swinging and the brother climbing around the trees. With so many people watching them for the first time, the bears soon grew tired. The sister took a nap on the tree, while the brother took a cozy break on the swing. This woman said, the cubs are so adorable, like babies. She said everyone was very happy, continuously taking pictures. This man said he liked the elder sister better because she makes special and funny poses, but the little brother was also cute. Staff reminded everyone to keep their noise down to maintain a peaceful environment for the pandas. To manage the crowds, Ocean Park provided an open-flow viewing experience for visitors. Each group of tourists are allowed to stay for 5 minutes, with a steady flow of people moving through the exhibit. If there are too many visitors waiting outside the exhibit, the staff will distribute tickets for different time slots, so people can go for other adventures before returning to the exhibit at designated time. The cubs' viewing time is restricted from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., as the cubs need sufficient time to rest and spend time with their mother, Ying Ying. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
In a bid to ensure the progress of the mega Northern Metropolis project, the government will issue bonds, avoiding constraints imposed by an upcoming budget deficit, as revealed by Financial Secretary Paul Chan. Evelyn Bai again has the story.
Writing on his weekly blog, the finance chief said government expenditure on infrastructure is expected to peak as the development of the Northern Metropolis and other crucial projects are implemented gradually. He cited research from international organizations, saying that issuing bonds to support infrastructure investment is a common international practice. While many developed economies have debt to GDP ratios exceeding 100%, Hong Kong's current ratio is around 9.3%, indicating a solid financial position. The finance minister emphasized that the proceedings from bond issuance will not be used for daily expenses, adhering to the government's fiscal discipline. As infrastructure projects come to completion, the future demand and scale for bond issuance will decrease accordingly, Chen added. He also highlighted that government bonds have been well received by global institutional investors, including central banks, sovereign funds, and global organizations. Chen noted that for the 2024-25 fiscal year, the green bonds and infrastructure bonds had been oversubscribed by nearly 3 to 7 times, reflecting a strong market demand for high-quality assets that provide fixed income and confidence in the city's long-term development. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
With the Kai-Tak Sports Park set to open in less than 2 weeks, around 63,000 people participated in the final pre-opening drill this afternoon. The police also took this chance to try out the beta version of Easy Leave website, providing estimated exit times based on real-time crowd flow. Jeremy Ju reports.
The one-hour event began at 5 p.m. in the form of a community variety show, with the main stadium boasting a capacity of 50,000 seats nearly full. This man said the popularity of the venue gave him the feeling that Hong Kong has made a comeback. This woman who took the MTR to the venue said the trains were very crowded and it was at least more than 10 minutes of walking from the station. However, she said the signage was clear and she could find her way easily. Chief Secretary Eric Chan, Security Chief Chris Tang, and Secretary for Culture, Sports and Tourism Rosanna Law were also present in the stands to observe the drill. This drill stimulated scenarios involving visits by VIPs, with arrangements made for them to enter through special access channels. After the drill was concluded, attendees were instructed to leave the venue with coordination. For the first time, police tested the new Easy Leave website, providing crowd estimates with exit times and recommended transportation pattern. The Transport Department also enhanced special bus services, deploying 2 buses for each of the 10 routes to accommodate passengers leaving the venue. Jeremy Chu, Cable News.
The government is reviewing adjustments to its basic housing units policy, including an extension of the grace period for non-compliant subdivided units to 3 years, following a 2-month public consultation. Jeremy Ju reports.
個時間係事實上係幫助到無論係個市場。
Taking to the airwaves, Housing Secretary Winnie Ho said around 2,200 submissions of public opinion were received, with officials now categorizing and analyzing the feedback. She noted that an extended grace period from 1 or 2 years to 3 years is considerable, since it could allow more time to help tenants relocate and for necessary renovations. On living standards, Ho said light well windows could be considered if they meet conditions like proper ventilation and waste disposal space. However, she rejected relying solely on exhaust fans, calling it akin to living in box homes far from acceptable conditions. As for starting rents, the housing minister acknowledged the difficulty of balancing larger unit sizes with affordable rents, highlighting the challenges for landlords in a commercial market. Responding to calls for relocation allowances or same-district resettlement, Ho said these measures could drive up rents and may not be feasible. However, she was confident that children moving to government transitional homes would thrive in healthier environments. The authority aims to pass legislation this year, followed by a registration period. Ho warned that operators of non-compliant units would then face enforcement action. Jeremy Chu, Cable News.
The Society for Community Organization urged the government not to cut the expenditure on social welfare for grassroots in the upcoming budget. The group interviewed 279 grassroots aged between 18 to 80 between January and February to gather their opinions. The results revealed that most of them oppose the cuts in social welfare spending. 70% of respondents suggested the government implement a basic living allowance, distributing $5,000 to those living below the poverty line. Nearly 65% of respondents recommended increasing social benefits, such as the comprehensive Social Security assistance and old age living allowance by 2 months, along with additional electricity subsidies. Around 60% of interviewees said the government should prioritize boosting revenue to tackle the fiscal deficit. Si Lai Shan, Deputy Director of the association, highlighted the need to explore new tax sources, particularly from wealthy individuals who own profitable assets, adding that these individuals could afford to contribute more without affecting their financial condition. Hong Kong's sole member of the National People's Congress Standing Committee, Starry Lee, said the city must speed up the development of the Northern Metropolis to match the rapid growth of the neighboring cities in the Greater Bay Area. The former chairperson of the Democratic Alliance for the Betterment and Progress of Hong Kong suggested that the city should capitalize on the He area by piloting joint blood plasma production with mainland partners in order to boost biotech development. This is one of the 44 suggestions that the deputies to the National People's Congress and members of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference of the party are planning to propose during the upcoming 2 sessions held in Beijing next month. Li added that the party hopes to see more cross-border exchanges in areas such as pharmaceuticals and healthcare. Foreign Minister Wang Yi, currently attending the Munich Security Conference, met with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, commending Germany's rational and pragmatic approach to the European Union's proposed tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles, hoping that Germany would play a constructive role in resolving trade frictions between China and the EU. Jeremy Zhu reports.
Wang highlighted the frequent high-level exchanges and strong cooperation between China and Germany, urging for greater unity between the two nations and Europe. He stressed the significance of free trade and multilateralism and promised to enhance cooperation. Scholz, meanwhile, reiterated Germany's opposition to protectionism and tariff wars. He hoped for a constructive resolution to trade disputes, including those over electric vehicles, while safeguarding the free trade system. The German Chancellor also reaffirmed Germany's commitment to strengthening dialogue and strategic cooperation with China. In a separate meeting with French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot, Wang addressed China-EU trade tensions and expressed confidence in resolving issues wisely. The two also exchanged views on the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Wang later held talks with Ukrainian Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha, reiterating China's commitment to promoting peace and dialogue. He expressed hope for a fair, lasting, and binding peace agreement acceptable to all parties. Sybiha outlined Ukraine's vision for a comprehensive, just, and lasting peace, reaffirming the principle of respecting territorial integrity. Jeremy Zhu, Cable News.
A deadly stampede at a railway station in India's capital of New Delhi has left at least 18 people dead, including 5 children. Crowds had swelled at the station as trains carrying pilgrims to the Kumbh Mela, the world's largest religious festival, was delayed. The chaotic aftermath of the tragedy was captured in online footage, showing passengers' belongings scattered across the station. The stampede took place last night when a large crowd at the railway station gathered on the platform to catch an express train heading to the Kumbh Mela in northern India. The delayed arrival of 2 other trains added to the congestion on the platform. The railway company added 4 special trains to manage the crowd, but there was confusion about which platform passengers should board, according to local media. This led to the people pushing each other and rushing towards the stairs, causing a stampede. Prime Minister Narendra Modi offered his condolences to the families of the deceased and the injured. Authorities were instructed to further investigate. This is the second major stampede associated with this year's Kumbh, a significant festival held once every 12 years, where millions gather to bathe in sacred rivers. Just last month, a stampede happened at the Mela ground itself, resulting in the deaths of at least 30 people. Onto the weather now. Cloudy periods overnight with rather low visibility in some areas. Tomorrow will be mainly fine and dry during the day, with temperatures ranging between 17 and 21 degrees. That's our news tonight. I'm Cheryl Yun. Thanks for watching and good night.